Hey, have you ever wondered how easy or difficult it is to become a millionaire in Canada? Well, ever since I was a kid, I always want to become one. And that's why for this video, I did some research on how many Canadian families have a net worth of $1 million. And more importantly, I will also be sharing some insights on how you can increase your chances of becoming one of them. And before we get into it, I just want to say that being a millionaire doesn't mean that you have to drive an expensive car or eat at a luxurious restaurant every single day. You might see that on social media a lot, but I can tell you, most millionaires aren't like that. Many of them actually keep a very low profile. They create their wealth to have a better life for themselves and for their family, but they don't mindlessly spend their money. They put their families in a better positions and enjoy their freedom. And with that in mind, let's get started. First of all, let's look at how to set the bar first. What defines a millionaire? To do that, we have to calculate your net worth first. To calculate your net worth, you need to know your assets and your liabilities. There are a bunch of formulas to calculate it, but overall, I will simplify it to just use assets minus liabilities equals net worth. The general definition of an asset is anything you own that gives you a return, such as your real estate, jewelry, or stocks that you own, but don't forget, also your cash as well. Liabilities are things that is taken out from your pocket, such as loans like mortgage or car loan. Here is a simple example. Let's say the value of your house, car, and investments add up to $300,000 and you have $200,000 in outstanding debt. In that case, your net worth is $100,000. Now again, in order for you to get into the Forbes magazine, the calculation is way more complicated than that, but I just want to give you a general idea. Once you have a sense of how to calculate your net worth, let's find out how many people in Canada already have achieved this. According to global wealth data, there were around 1.7 million heirs in Canada at the end of 2020. Even with the COVID-19 economic setbacks, there are still 246,000 Canadians are new to the list. And here's some more interesting numbers to understand wealth in Canada better. Did you know more than 2/3 of the Canadian millionaires are self-made? Studies show in the conventional career group, doctors and corporate managers have a higher chance of becoming a millionaire. And compare Canada to other countries, we pretty much rank in the top 10 countries that have a highest percentage of millionaires, roughly around 5.6%. And you might wonder, what does it take to come to the top 1% of the pyramid? And to my surprise, did you know that there are different age groups to rank this as well? For example, if you are 25 years old, you are required to have more than $400,000 to rank it to the top 1% wealth in Canada. And if you are 45 years old, you are required to have $3.65 million to claim you are the top 1%. And if you are 65 years old, you need to have $9.7 million to be the top 1% in Canada. And lastly, if you're making $225,000 per year, you also qualify in the top 1% income in Canada. Side note, compared to the United States, you need to make at least $421,000 USD to become the top 1% income brackets. Alright, now we know the current stats. The next question we want to find out is, what can we do to become a millionaire in Canada? And there are a few things that you can do. The first thing you need to do is to understand where you're currently at. How much are you earning? What are your expenses? Which assets and liabilities do you currently have? List them out and calculate your current net worth to have a baseline. Did you know, according to TD Bank, 27% of Canadians are considered financially healthy. 31% of Canadians said they have more debt than they are comfortably holding. And 32% of Canadians are unable to pay all of their invoice on time. Which group are you in right now? Once you understand it, then we can move on to the second strategy. The most important thing to become a millionaire is to make wiser decisions with your money. Most people just spend their money every month, and as a result, they never manage to accumulate wealth. You have to do the opposite of what the majority is doing. We need our money to work for us, and the best way to do that is to invest your money and to create multiple income streams. The popular investments are stocks and real estate. Unlike cryptocurrency, it's not going to make you rich in one day, but it has a better structure. Especially if you're a beginner and do not have a lot of cash flow, investing in ETF or mutual funds will be a good place to start. Remember, time is your best ally to accumulate wealth, and here's an example. If you save about $10,000 a year and invested in the stock market with an estimated return of 10% per year, you'll be a millionaire in 25 years due to the compounding interest. If you manage to save only $5,000 a year, it will take you 32 years to reach a millionaire net worth. A little longer, but you still get there. So it's wise to make sure your cash flow is staying afloat and using it towards investment with a decent return. And besides investing into tangible assets, it's also a good idea to invest in yourself. Acquire new skills that will increase your income potential. Say, go take a course or read a book per month. Be open-minded about new strategies, and more importantly, once you absorbed the knowledge, take action and apply to it. And we have to understand that we are transitioning and heading towards a skill economy, which means you can profit by being the specialist of that certain skill set. Did you know majority of the new millionaires last year are from tech startups and social media influencers? Even you work at a full-time job, you can pick a hobby and turn it into a side income that you can use them for investments. Ideally, you get to a point where the money you earn is not directly tied to your time. Instead, you get paid based on the value that you provided. This allows you to maximize your income. If you ever have a chance to get to talk to every millionaire, they will all tell you the same thing, and that is the shortcut to become a millionaire is to create multiple income streams. Instead of just having a job as your only income stream, you need to have 3 or 4 sources of money. For example, rental incomes, investment incomes, income from contents like your social media, royalties from your books, and more importantly, your business income. Now, I want to say that this isn't for everyone, but the way that most likely gets you to $1 million is having your own business. And that's because once you get the ball rolling, the amount of money you can make isn't capped. And especially being a business owner in Canada, you have a lot of tax incentives and protection. Plus, once you have a system in place to automate and you have a team to scale, you are making money and you don't have to be physically present. Now, I want to repeat again, running a business isn't easy. Many things can go wrong and most people aren't designed to be entrepreneurs. But for those of you who make it work, it's bound to get them to the desired net worth. And of course, none of them are easy. But just like many great things in this world, it takes both time and effort to achieve it. And I'm sure if you stick to the plan, one day you'll be in the top 10% of the wealth pyramid. Alright, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like me to share more about retirement, wealth, or insurance in Canada, you can click the subscribe button below and there will be a new video every Sunday. This is Thomas, and I will see you in the next video.